Okay, no problem. Hi guys. Hello everyone. Good evening. So I normally wouldn't do something like this, but I guess we have come into the time where things like this have become, will I call it, inevitable, right? And oh my god. Anyways, there's a particular brand that is honestly trying to mess around with my name, and I honestly feel like, just knowing the kind of person I am, they feel this is okay, and they honestly did not think that I would come out to explain myself or basically just talk about it or clear the air. So before I even get into it, it's important to note that for every single thing I'm going to say here, I have receipts. So I have chats, I have voice notes with timestamps and dates, and all of that, because I did not work this hard for someone to throw my name in the mud because of 3 million naira. So the first thing that I would note, because a lot of you are probably going to be asking, is I don't have any 3 million naira because I refunded it. And I think that was on the 7th of June. I think that was either on the 7th of June or on the 8th of June. A friend of mine had reached out to me and had said to me that, oh, there's this brand that wants you to do an appearance. Please pay attention to the words that I'm using. So there's this brand that said, oh, that wants you to do an appearance, and it's pretty much similar to what you did for Tokyo Abuja. And I'm like, oh, okay, so what's the appearance fee? And I said what it was, and then they were like, oh, share your details. And I proceeded to share my details, and I'll say this is where the mistake was on my side, because normally when people reach out to me, I'll say, oh, let me send you my manager's number. But because this person was coming from my friend, I said, oh, you know what, let me just share my details because it's just an appearance, and that's okay. So I did, and when I went to Abuja, one of the organizers of this said event came to the hotel to see me, and then he had said to me that, oh, we're trying to do something for your Abuja fans, and we're hoping that you were going to cook. And me, with my big head, I was just there doing, oh really, oh that sounds so nice. It's so important to me that my fans have a good time. I feel like you guys should have cocktails like what we did during the cookathon. I want you to do ice cream and just all that. My network is bad. I hope you guys can see and hear me. So I pretty much went into a frenzy talking about how nice I wanted it to be, forgetting that people don't do things like this for free. Like, the fact that I did the cookathon for free doesn't mean that they would do it for free. Anyways, they went into it and they were like, oh yeah. I said, oh, don't worry, I'm not even going to charge you guys extra for cooking because it's for my Abuja fans. I'm all for it. You know what, just run with it. And then they were like, oh, we'll make payment today, please don't change your mind. And I'm like, okay, sure, that works, right? Then after that, then I got the payments that day, and I went back to Lagos. And then while I was in Lagos, hold on, so I went back to Lagos, and then they sent me the flyer, and this was the flyer they had sent to me. And then when they sent me this flyer, at first glance, I said, there's no way in hell I'm going to post this, right? Because I'm not going to be asking people to pay 20k or 30k for it. And I sent a voice note. And after this live, I'm going to share a screen record of that voice note, right? So I sent a voice note, and I said, oh, if you guys are going to post this, that's fine. But me, I'm not going to post it because I cannot be asking people to share, what's it called, to pay to see me and stuff like that. Now they now sent me, so this, obviously I'm not talking to them directly, I'm talking to my friend. So my friend forwards this voice note, and then they respond the next day, and this next day was on Wednesday. And then they explain with, oh, the space we are using is really small for 200 people or less, no table sales. If we put it for free, we wouldn't be able to meet up with the costing, yada yada yada. They just went ahead and explained as to why the event had to be paid for. And my response was, in fact, I forwarded their message to my manager, and my manager's response and mine was pretty much the same. The issue is they can't call it an evening with Hilda Baci and then put price. You can be a special guest at something they are doing, but it can't be called an evening with Hilda Baci then proceed to say pay 25k. That's basically asking people to pay to see you. We can't do this. And then I sent it to them, and I sent it to my friend, and I said I might have to refund these people. This was at 12:17 p.m. The minute I sent this message and I said I might have to refund these people because I'm not comfortable with it, I feel like they owed it to the public or the people that they were selling this event to not post that flyer, because at this point we are in a conversation. I'm telling you that I'm not interested in this anymore. I don't want to do this. This is off brand for me. And then they came back with explanations, came back with a follow-up flyer, and said, oh, we can just do this, please, we really want to do it. And I said, it's not going to work for me, please, let's refund. This was at 3 p.m. on the said date that they posted the flyer. And then they still sent back quite a number of messages, and I sent back a voice note that I'm going to share. And I said, you guys cannot. I did a cookathon for 4 days or 5 days where every single thing was free. I cannot charge people 25k to come and see me. It makes no sense, and it's completely off brand. And that was my voice note, and I'll share it with you in a, what's it called, in like a screen record, right? And then they said to me, we will create a different plan, a proper show where she would come as a guest appearance, a different name to the event. We already have a lineup of DJs, and we would get other appearances. I would write a well-detailed plan and send to you. All current flyers would be taken down. This was at 7 p.m. in the night. And I said to them, they were like, oh, please, just give us some time. Please, let's give it an hour. And I said, okay, that's fine. I'll wait. Right? And then these guys didn't take down this flyer. And this is me saying, I am not doing, I even gave them an instance. I said, it's a different case if you're doing a jam rock and then you have different artists coming. And one of the artists or one of the people that you have coming is Hilda Baci. And one of the side notes is that, oh, Hilda Baci is going to be cooking. You guys get to taste her food and try her food. And I'm like, that's a different case. But making me the entire event and charging people for it does not make any sense, and I am not comfortable with this, right? So please, I don't want to do this. Let me refund you guys. And I just want you guys to take notice of the fact that all these conversations were happening before it became news on Twitter, before anybody came to drag me on Twitter, right? And then at night, this was at 9:43, I said, send me their number, because at this point I wasn't having it. They were not sending their number for a refund, and they weren't communicating, and they hadn't taken down the flyer. And then my friend now sends me their number, and I text this guy and I say, my name is Hilda Baci, and you know, there was a whole back and forth with him, and he was very apologetic at the time. You know, I said to him, oh, my name is Hilda Baci. He's like, good evening, please, can we have a quick call? And I said, I'll post all the screenshots, by the way. I said, I would appreciate it if you share your account details to receive a refund of the payments made to my account. I am not open to having a conversation or negotiation. What was explained to me and what you people are actually doing are two different things. I did not approve the flyer, and you proceeded to share on your platform. Now, people are tweeting a false narrative that doesn't represent my image. Now, he says to me, he sent a voice note that I didn't listen to, and then he says, please, with all due, I now said to him, please, with all due respect, share your details for a refund. Stop sending me voice notes. I won't listen. Just share your details for a refund. He said, okay, I'm sorry about this. I wanted to be expressive. That's why. I said, I'm not interested in your plans. It's off brand for me. I don't need any more negative press. Please share your details immediately. And he said, okay, I'm sorry about that. I will get the company account and I will send. He said, I'm calling for it. I would send it. I'm really sorry about this. I said to him, don't apologize. You people were irresponsible. Now I'm having to explain myself to people I don't know because you were too much in a hurry to sell tickets for something I didn't agree to. It's bad. I explained all these things to this guy, and on this, bear in mind that they were very apologetic that this same night before it became news on Twitter. So it wasn't news on Twitter at the point when we were having this conversation, right? Then I said to him again, I asked, share your account details. So they had sent the details to my friend and they shared it, and this was the point where I refunded them their money. Still on that same Thursday. Now on Friday, my lawyers have carried the conversation, and my lawyers are now the ones responding to them, and they've sent them a retraction because you guys are misrepresenting me. And at the point where I refunded these people their money, and I had told them, I'd been telling them from morning that this event is not going to happen. I'm not comfortable with this, right? They still held on to it and still left the flyer on there. When you people have told me that what you guys were trying to do was something for my Abuja fans, I think it's naive of me to assume that anybody would put something like that together for free. Because I did it doesn't mean other people are going to do it, right? So I think that's my mistake. But now coming at me, and then I said to them, they haven't taken down the flyer. They haven't taken down the flyer. They haven't taken down the flyer. I said it multiple times. I sent screenshots to my manager. It's been 24 hours. It's 1 day. This flyer is 2 days old. At this point, this is a scam because this event is not happening, right? You guys are still selling tickets. In fact, the company that they were using to sell the tickets had sent us an email the day before asking if this event was happening and if we were affiliated to this brand. And we went ahead to tell them that no, we are not affiliated to this brand in any way. There was a conversation, but we had refunded them their money, and Hilda had said to them that she was not interested in doing this, that if she was going to do a meet and greet in Abuja, it was going to be free. Like, I don't know if anybody knows me and knows my brand and has followed my brand, and I'm not referring to those that just started following me from the cookathon. You would know that this is something that I would never agree to, right? But again, because it's news and it's nice to hear something bad about this person that, oh, everybody seems to be celebrating, I can understand how the mind works. It's so nice to pick up on it and say, oh my God, I knew she was lying. Oh my God, I knew this. Oh my God, I knew that. And that's fine. That's okay. I'm not doing this for those people, but I know that there are people that will want to defend me, and they cannot defend me without knowing the facts. And that's why I got on this live, to let you guys know that this is exactly what happened. The questions are, did I take money from these people? Yes, because they said to me that I was going to be present for an appearance, which is something that I do, and that's not a big deal, right? Now, at the point when they sent me the flyer, in the first note, which is something they were holding on to, that I said, oh, if you guys want to post this, that's fine, but I'm not going to post it. And then when they sent me a response to explain why they are charging for it, that further reinforced my decision to not do the event in the first place. Now, these guys are taking the first voice note that I sent to them and then ignoring all the other conversations I had with them where I said, this isn't going to work for me and this isn't comfortable and I'm not happy with this and I'm going to refund you guys and I don't want to do this anymore. And then they are holding on to it. If I'm in a conversation with you and you're telling me that, oh, we're going to design a whole new plan for the event, which means that the event that you're trying to sell is not happening. That's not what is happening. But no, because it's Hilda Baci, they decided to hold on to it. And that's where I lost respect for this brand, because they could have simply come out and said, oh, you know, we're having another event that Hilda is going to be doing, blah, blah, blah. This event is called this, and they could have taken down that flyer. But because they did not want to admit that a member from their team had goofed and posted something that I had not approved, now they are going the route of posting the picture of them paying me, but not posting when I refunded them, not posting the screenshots of me telling them that this is not going to happen, not posting, and they are now creating the narrative that I backed out when I got Twitter backlash. Meanwhile, I had been telling them from morning that I wasn't comfortable with it. Like, it makes no sense to me, but it definitely makes sense to them because they think that that is some form of sensible damage control that is going to make their brand. Oh, trust me, you don't need to tell me to sue them. My lawyers are already on it. I had to speak to my lawyers before I got on this live. And if I don't know why I've gone through this entire life and I haven't said their name. Their name is what's it called? Vibes by Anne's Concepts or something like that. So in truth, they had sold me a dream that wasn't going to happen. The minute I realized that this is off-brand for me, and as a human being, you might see something and you might think, oh, that's okay. But then you think about it and you realize that this is off brand for me. And I think the most important things that you guys should note in whatever screenshots I'm going to be sharing, please check the dates and the time. Because that's what is going to vindicate me, I guess, in this whole thing. Because these people are pushing a narrative that because people started dragging me on Twitter, that's why I backed out and I said I didn't want to do this meet and greet. Like, it does not make sense. It doesn't make sense. When I did the cookathon, I had a 2-hour debate with my team on deciding whether we should sell tickets or we should do something. And I said to them, I wanted every single thing to be free. That was the experience I was creating. So I will never charge people 25,000 to come and do a meet and greet with me. I went to Akwa Ibom and there was a day I had to take pictures with over 300 people. Even when I was exhausted, I didn't take offense in it, because for me, people came out for you and people supported you. So taking pictures, showing up, smiling is nothing. Like, it's nothing compared to the love that these people have given you. So I would not allow this brand, this Anne's Concepts or Vibes by Anne, to come out and try to push a narrative that is not true. I've never felt the need to express or explain myself, but I felt like it was relevant in this case, because these people will not do this and get away with it. That's not okay. That being said, some of you may believe me, some of you may not, and that's okay. I've said my piece. I've said my truth, and I think that's all I owe. Like, I think I've done what I owe to the people that follow me, the people that love me, the people that respect me, is to explain to them what exactly had happened, what exactly had transpired, so people would not go away with this assumption that, oh, Hilda, but like, I mean, just think about it, for God's sake. I'm teaching a class that I'm teaching over 120 recipes, and I'm charging 35,000 naira for that class, giving editing and all that in that one class. Please, why on earth will I come out and tell people that, even if I wanted to charge 25k, let's just assume that I wanted to charge 25k, why will I do it with another brand? Like, why would I do it on another brand? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Why would I say, oh, I want to give Anne's Call? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why would I do that? I told these people I am not interested. What I've learned from this is that every conversation, whether you're my friend, whether you're my mom, whether you're my dad, the minute you tell me, oh, we want you to do something, I will send you my manager's number. I would say, because this was the first time I decided to carry a conversation by myself, because it was coming from a friend of mine, and it blew up in flames. And now I understand. I feel like I've been very naive, but now I understand that, oh, people actually just want to take from you and see how they can milk it, and when it doesn't work out for them, they don't mind like squashing your name and tarnishing your name, like something that you've worked hard for. It doesn't matter, they will just do it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining my live. Yeah, that's it. So I'll call it a day here. Bye, good night. Anyways, I'll be posting the screenshots after this live, so you can watch my stories to get the screenshots, so you can get all the receipts that you need. Thank you.